Good morning, everybody. So I'm getting ready. I got my coach has me down for an hour and a half sled pull this morning. Hopefully you saw that temperature. It's running about minus 10 right now. The wind chill's like minus 19. I think that's what it said. And it looks like but today will be the last day, and then it looks like a little bit of a warming trend. And trust me, everybody up here always pays attention to that. When it goes above zero, it's like, party! They do really get a lot more smiley looking, and they come outside, everybody comes outside a lot more. But anyway, I'm glad I get this chance here to get out in the cold again and do it. So one thing I kind of like, you know, I was having trouble with the cold. I was also having trouble. I had some personal stress going on, and I kind of let my eating go for about 3 days. Kind of gave myself free days, you know, and you know, because you get out there, if you get depleted out there on the trail a little bit. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure it out up here, but the bottom line is, and I know it even sounds crazy to me, but I'm fasting again today because I drifted up like 3 or 4 pounds in weight, and I got to get that back off. So I'm gonna do a fast today, and because I don't think I'm only going an hour and a half, and I ate a lot last night, so I think I'm good on the trail today. But because that weight is important to me, and I drifted up, and I feel much better about everything, getting my head on straight again, and getting out there. And I got some stuff I'm trying. I'm gonna try doing a little pouring out of my thermos into my bottle, you know. I haven't practiced that yet on the trail, you know. I got a big thermos there that won't freeze. That's what I think I'm gonna end up using. All the other ideas I've had have froze with the singular bottles, you know, with just insulation on them, they froze. Anyway, so it'll be fun. I'm gonna head out and get my hour and a half in and stay skinny. All right, welcome back to the Voyager Motel. So I just went out, hopefully you saw that little clock. I did about 40 minutes out there. I was testing a glove setup. You know, I was tried something different. So it was about 20-minute mile pace for that first 40 minutes, which is okay, a couple miles. When I wore these gloves that are pretty thick, and I bought them up here, and I thought they would work. And just with these, I thought they would work in pretty cold conditions, but they're not working. When it gets like negative 15 or 20, these are not they're not strong enough by themselves. So for me anyway, even with a heat warmer in them, at least that's what I found. And so then I'm putting these in. I tried putting these in today, you know, as an inner glove. Just too tight. They're not really set up for it, you know. And I'm not, you know, and I could have a depleted system or something, why my hands are getting cold in this, you know, for some reason, but odds are I'm going to get a depleted system when I'm out there in Arrowhead, so I got to make sure my hands stay warm. So I have we ordered some other gloves that my buddy recommended. He did them the minus 40, you know, the minus 48 degree year, and he wore them. But I need them big, you know what I mean? I'm having trouble with even with the extra large gloves, getting my hands in that inner glove and then the bigger glove. It's sort of a pain in the ass. Putting my hand in these and then putting them in this sleeve here, you know, that we're putting on top of my poles, this has been successful. But I do want a backup to this, you know, if it gets really, really, really cold, you know, that minus 48 degrees, because this works good right now, but I need a backup, like a real warm set of gloves that I can put on if it goes at minus 48. So, you know, the ones I wore before, you know, I liked them that I've worn in past years, and like I said, they're really expensive gloves, but they're hard to get in and off my hands. They just are. And I don't want to do it without the inner gloves. The the inner gloves are like your last safety thing, you know. You get out there with your bare hands very long, you can't do anything very long, and you're just, for me, it's just, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that. It's like, even if I keep these on, it seems to always, it's like that last line of defense, you know. It's just, you know, you're not gonna, I just haven't, well, I kept all my fingers so far, so that's work, keeping these inner gloves on all the time. But yeah, so I got one setup that I like, which is this with these sleeves. They call them pogies on the snowmobiles, and I like that. But I need another setup that, you know, one, like if I'm just totally freezing, I instantly put my hands in these gloves, and it's like, woo, heat wave. That's what I need. All right, heading out again for my second turn, and I'll go back to those pogies. Yeah, I think my buddy calls those big thick gloves. When you go to the real warmest stuff in your bag, you know, from jackets and the gloves, you know, the whole works, whatever you got. And he calls that, like I said, that last line of defense. So when you got those big warm gloves, he calls those the SYA gloves. Save your ass. So those are so I need a really good pair of save your ass gloves in case you get to that really depleted, really cold place, and you want to keep moving. You don't want to get in your sleeping bag yet. You want those SYA gloves. I'm gonna get me a good pair. Still working. Yeah. Eye of the tiger. Everybody have an awesome evening. I know I'm gonna sleep like a baby.